Halloween book party. Hello all, welcome back to my channel. Today it's the beginning of my Halloween readathon. So every year I like to choose some books, spooky books that I usually don't pick up except on this time of the year. So I'm easy to spook, and I don't usually enjoy horror movies or horror books except on this time of the year near Halloween. So today I am going to choose my readings. I have a stack of books here which I have been gathering in the last few years. This year I'm having a bit of trouble choosing my books because usually I make a 48 hours readathon, so I need books that I can read in one sitting, and I don't have small books, I don't have easy quick books, and I just have been gathering a few classics mostly that I wanted to read at this occasion. So last minute I added one book that I am rereading it. This will be my first book for this readathon. Okay, this is Gwendy's Magic Feather by Richard Chizmar. Foreword by Stephen King. So this is the second book in a trilogy, so I haven't read the first one. I don't know if I will be picking this up without having read the first one. I don't know, maybe I will pick this one up because I'm a bit squeamish with horror, and maybe to jump in the middle of something would make it easier for me to read it. I don't know, I'm just guessing. This one came home not too long ago, maybe a few weeks. This is The Turning by Harry James. I freaked out a bit. I was reading the back cover and I freaked out. Things that involve children always get me a bit more squeamish than usual. So I don't know. I will see how I'm feeling about it and if I will give it a go. Then I will get to my classics collection because I have been gathering these books by Wordsworth Editions, which is Tales of Mystery and the Supernatural. They have been publishing a few for this collection, and each year I add one or two to this to my bookshelf. These are my options. The Casebook of Carnegie, The Ghost Finder by W.H. Hodgson. I think last year this one was already on my bookshelf. Ghost Stories by Harry James, so another classic of this collection. The Haunted Hotel and Other Stories by Wilkie Collins. Last year this one was on my Halloween bookshelf. It didn't made it to the cut because there were other books and I ended up taking a lot of time reading those, so I never got to this one. This is The Whisperer in Darkness by H.P. Lovecraft. So a selection by David Blair of Gothic short stories. So, then this one definitely went on last year's selection, but it didn't make the cut. So this is Queen of the Damned, Volume 1 by Anne Rice. This is the Portuguese edition. The movie was very lame. It's weird. So I wanted to read the book because Anne Rice, she does write beautifully in themes that I usually appreciate. Last one but not least, Stephen King's Buick 8. I am strangely drawn to this one this year. Now it's the time to choose. Time to choose. Here are my collection for this year. I have 2 days, 48 hours, so I'm a slow reader. Let's have that in consideration. I have already decided that I'm going to start with this one. So Tim Burton's Then I would like to pick up Stephen King's Buick 8. I would say that Queen of the Dam by Anne Rice. Now I am in between Wendy's Magic Feather, The Casebook of Carnegie the Ghost Finder, or Gothic Short Stories. This one, or this one. Maybe I can do a poll on Instagram. Let me see. I hope somebody help me. For now, I have three choices and three extras. So one of these three will be read, and maybe if time helps, maybe some other book. I don't know. I will catch up with you later. So, oops. First book read, and I have chosen the Tim Burton's, which is a kind of weird, dark tale about an oyster boy that is born from human parents. So there are a few short stories written in poetry form with some illustrations, so the illustrations help deliver some of the messages from some of the stories. It was weird. I have written a bit about it on Instagram, so if you want to check that out, I will be posting my photos of this challenge with my opinions on each book. In this one, I think that there are a lot of issues with unwanted babies in families and violence. It's not just the things are macabre or are weird by themselves, but the stories are composed with messages that are usually of violence against children and against people, against love. There are punishments involved in all of these stories against usually the innocent, which I kind of think that it's a good theme and that it's something that we see every day in real life. In this book is just done in a more unusual way. This is a reread for me. I enjoyed it very much, and let's grab another one. Second book is Richard Chismar, Wendy's Magic Feather. So let's go. I haven't noticed. I saw that it had a foreword by Stephen King but this was co-written with Stephen King. It says so here, and it says so here on the beginning. Oh, I'm so happy. There's a little owl in there. Oh, love it. Just finished Wendy's Magic Feather. It was very interesting. It was very fun to read. So this is a story by Richard Chismar, which was co-written by Stephen King. This one was very fun. I enjoyed it very much. This one was more of a fantasy detective story, kind of. I did enjoy Wendy's character very much. Not just Wendy's. They have a few characters here that are very interesting and fun and sweet, and we tag along Wendy's situation and enjoy a bit of magic throughout the story. So it was very fun. I do recommend it. It was a nice story. I'm very glad I picked this one up this year. So break time before I choose my third read for this Halloween book party. So I finished From a Buick 8 by Stephen King. This book is from 2002. Okay. I really don't know what to say about this book. I don't read a lot of Stephen King. I have read a few books, but I don't know, 1, 2, something like that. I don't know if this one is my second one or my third. My third, I think. And I always finish them with the same feeling that this man's a genius. This man is a storyteller. Full out, full on, completely. So even this story that I thought I would be, because I have seen there's a movie based on this on this book, and I thought, okay, so this will be something like, I have some memories of the movie, not too many, and I thought it would be a bit more explicit, more violently explicit. I remember some scenes and I thought it would be the retelling of that, but it isn't. It's a very interesting story, a lot of different characters, different lives, and how they are affected by this object, by this car, and a lot of things that we don't know, that are left to our imagination, and how we connect the dots by ourselves while they are telling their stories, these different characters. I truly loved this book. I read it slowly. I couldn't not read it with intention. I couldn't speed this up, so I took a lot of time of this readathon on this book. Also because I was kind of tricked by the size of it, so a little bit more of 320 pages, something like that, but it has really small print, so it was an experience. I enjoyed it very much. So 5 stars for this one. Last time I filmed it like this, I noticed that I tremble a lot, so the images were very all over the place, which I don't think I can avoid now also, so sorry about that. So last book from this readathon, from this year's Halloween book party, it's Queen of the Damned. This is a Portuguese edition. On this particular case, it has a book 1 and a book 2. I haven't managed to finish it because once again it's a read that I am enjoying slowly, so I'm enjoying it very much, and that's why I wanted to include it here, not because I have managed to finish this. So this is the 4th book of this challenge, but I didn't manage to finish it, mostly because I was enjoying it so much that I thought that it would be nice to read it a bit more slowly. So I am enjoying this one very much. I intend to read book 1 and book 2, but for now I can see why I usually enjoy Anne Rice's work so much. So truly I do recommend. Just wanted to close this Halloween book party vlog by saying that I really enjoy this experience every year. This year it had a bit of more contemporary writing, not just classics. The last year I went all in classics. This year I managed to read some of my well-loved authors, and I enjoyed it very much. It was a very soothing challenge, and I liked it. I got to read a lot of good books. It was a fun time and a celebration of Halloween, but through books, which I enjoy. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to leave a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much again. I hope everything's okay over there, and see you next year for a Halloween book party vlog. Bye. Come here. Oops. Title for it: Tim Burton's The Melancholic Death of the Oyster Boy. Inventing a new book title.
O Festival Literário Lisbon Revisited de Dias de Poesia está...
Oops.